One of the hardest concepts that I teach, that's the hardest for people to grasp emotionally, is that you're not the right fit for everybody. You're not the right fit for everybody. When you first get into your business, when you first learn about your product and you see the value of it and you've gone through your training and you feel like an evangelist, right? You're like, oh my God, everybody needs to know about this. Everybody needs this. This is great. And look, when you're new and you're excited, that's one thing. I totally get it, right? But the sooner you figure out you're not the right fit for everybody, the better off you'll be. All we have in this world, and you know this, is our time. The one thing we'll never get back. And every minute you spend with somebody who is not going to do business with you and not going to do business with you in the near future is probably wasted time. So here's what I want you to think about. There are two things that we need to keep in mind. There are two reasons we hang on to deals and we chase after things that aren't going to be the right fit. One is a scarcity mentality, and two is a need for approval. Let's talk about scarcity mentality first. This is where we believe, oh my God, if I don't close this deal, I'm in real trouble. I have to close this, even when you sense, right, that the buyer's playing games, or that the buyer, you're afraid to ask about budget, or you're afraid to find out who the competitors are, because you don't want to hear a reason why you should walk away. You don't want to hear that because that would be scary and that'd be horrible. And then I'd have nothing, right? The reality is, if you have nothing, if they're not going to buy, or they're not going to be a good fit once they're in, they don't want to pay their bills, they're a major pain in the ass, they're going to play games with you, you don't have any control. If they're not going to buy, or if they are going to buy and then they'll be a nightmare, when do you want to know that? I want to know right now. This is especially true if you're running your own business, if you're running your own shop and you got to deal with your own shit that you made, right? Be very careful. Think about this. There is lots of business in the world. I don't give a shit what's going on in the economy. There is lots of business in the world. There are lots of people out there right now, some on your prospect list, who are scratching their heads right now going, God, I got a problem in your industry. And they don't know who to call. They don't know you're alive. Maybe you've talked to them twice, but they don't remember you. We have to keep reaching out to people. Prospect. If you have 10, 12 prospects in your pipeline, meetings with people that are qualified, that gives you the ability to recognize, I'm not stuck with this one. If this one person jerks me around, I can move on. I'll still be fine. And even if you don't have that giant pipeline, your leverage in sales, in business, in life is the person you're talking to, your prospect's belief about your willingness to walk away. If your prospect thinks you're willing to walk away, that's where your leverage is, right? And if there's nothing there and you're not going to get anywhere, walk away. And if they're playing games, say, look, I'm not sensing this is the right time. I think I'm wasting your time. I'm going to close the file, right? There is plenty of business out there. Your job is to go find more of it. And if one person's treating you like shit, not playing the game, they are not following the rules, move on. Other thing that holds us back and keeps us from disqualifying people that we have no business spending time with is our need for approval. We want these people to like us, right? It's very important that somebody buys, that somebody becomes a client because I want to be friends with them. And if they tell me no, then we'll never be friends. Or maybe it's the reverse of that, right? Is I need this business, and the way I can do that is I'll be really nice to them. I'll give them whatever they want. I'll take them to lunch. I'll take them to dinner. I'll take them to play golf. And then maybe they'll buy from me, right? That is us. Our need for approval that drives us to do stupid things and waste time with people that aren't going to end up buying from you. Now, here's what I want you to know. Your prospect's world changes every 90 days. So maybe right now, they're not the right fit. They're not committed to make a change. They don't have any money. There is no pain there, right? Their decision, they don't have to make a decision anytime soon. The faster you get to, look, sounds like we're talking at the wrong time. Last thing the world will do is waste your time. The faster you get to there, the easier it is to get back in there when it is the right time. Here's the thing. You need to call it over when you sense it's not going to be the right fit, when it's not going to work. Call it over. You be the one to call it over first. Because here's the thing. When you follow up 90 days, 180 days, a year later, here's how you start it. Hey, look, it's my job to keep up with people like you. It's my job to make sure you're being taken care of. Last time we talked, everything seemed great. Sounds like there's no need for you to change. My guess is nothing's changed since then. You're not the right fit for everybody. You're not the right fit for every deal. You're not the right fit. Keep that in mind. I know you know that intellectually, but know it in your heart. Your power is in your willingness to walk away. Be a professional. Be willing to walk away.